It's an all-New Jersey night of basketball as Princeton makes the short drive to the coastline to square off with Monmouth. Only about 40 miles separate Princeton and Monmouth. Inside the Ocean First Bank Center tonight, West Long Branch, New Jersey, on the campus of Monmouth University. He's Steve Bazaz. I'm Matt Harmon. Great to be with you for a great non-conference game. Steve, I love when you can stay within your home state and get a real competitive game.
Yeah, two in-state New Jersey teams here, Matt, who have really developed quite the rivalry. Mitch Henderson and King Rice's programs have matched up quite a few times over the years. And two teams right now playing different basketball. Princeton has been hit with a little bit of the injury bug.
Yeah, let's dig into Princeton just a little bit more. It is a Tiger team, one of the few in the nation that do not have a senior on their roster. They've been playing without potentially their best player in Dalen Davis. That has not helped the Tiger cause.
Yeah, Davis scoring about 16 points per game. He's been out, but Jackson Hickey has stepped up in his place, averaging over 35 minutes a game and really scoring it at a high clip.
Yeah, we'll look a little bit more at Hickey. He's our impact player tonight for this Princeton team. You think without Dalen Davis, you're going to have guys step up. It's got to be somebody like Hickey. He's a junior. He knows the Princeton offense. He knows what Mitch Henderson wants to do. He has to play big tonight if the Tigers get a win.
Well, he's a player with great size who can score at all three levels. He can play with his back to the basket. He's got some mid-range game, and he can step out and shoot the three-pointer. But Princeton will need him to have a huge game tonight in order to come out with a victory.
You know, you look at what this Tiger team has done traditionally. They're 3-7 this year. They've lost 4 straight, but you know it's not going to be easy for Monmouth. The Hawk team happy with where they are. I think 4-4 overall. They come off a good weekend, 2-1 in a tournament at Lafayette.
But Monmouth is playing without their starting point guard right now, so they've had guys like Jason Rivera-Torres and Jack Collins step up and really take over that point guard position, a two-headed monster there. They've really done a nice job until Kavion McLean comes back. Monmouth scoring at a high clip too, almost 80 a game in the last 4.
And one guy that has at times flown under the radar for this Hawk team, he's a guy that's impressed you, I think, ever since he's been on campus. I love a couple of games ago what you said in the broadcast. Monmouth has finally figured out the best way to use Andrew Ball.
Andrew Ball has been fantastic for Monmouth off the bench this season, and he's really found himself a nice niche, and that's playing that Jarrett Valencia type role, that springy stretch 4 type player. He can finish around the rim, he can step out and shoot the 3-ball, and he really brings Monmouth a nice defensive stopper as well, because he can really block a lot of shots.
Yeah, unique in that he is a matchup problem offensively and defensively. We said only 40 miles separate these two teams. We're going to have fun tonight, Garden State style. We'll do it after a quick break. Stick around for the tip-off.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
On a Wednesday night to the Ocean First Bank Center on the campus of Monmouth University. Good to be with you. We're here on Monmouth Digital Network and NBC Sports Philly. We are a couple of minutes away from tip time. There was a double header as part of a Garden State basketball night here on campus. The Monmouth women's team beat NJIT earlier in the day. That has led us into a little bit of a delay going into this game. One guy for Monmouth that impressed last year, he's impressed already this year. That guy right there, number 7, Justin Ray.
Justin Ray coming off quite the performance, Matt. Perfect showing from the field.
knocked down 3 3-pointers as well, and he's really given Monmouth a nice spark. He's hit some huge shots for Monmouth. Remember in the Robert Morris game in this building, Monmouth fell behind in overtime, and he hit a huge 3 in that game to get Monmouth going in that overtime.
We are going to pause for a quick break up against the national anthem. We'll come back, get you set for tip-off just around the corner. Stick around. Princeton and Monmouth.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Whoever said that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line never said anything about the quality of the ride. With Coach USA, you can charter a luxury motor coach for all of your special occasions. From your wedding day to corporate events, sightseeing, trips to the casino, sporting events, and concerts. Enjoy free amenities on board, things like Wi-Fi, restrooms, and movies. So to book your charter anywhere in the US or Canada, just contact our sales office today.
Hey Hawks fans, Jack Collins here. Monmouth basketball has given me the opportunity to grow as a player, a student athlete, and a leader. With NIL and revenue sharing, reshaping college athletics, we compete and contend for championships. The Hawks Excellence Fund is a new initiative designed to empower Monmouth student athletes through NIL, revenue sharing, and academic benefits. With the recent approval of the House settlement, this fund will usher Monmouth into a new age of college athletics and keep the Hawks competitive in the CAA and beyond. Support the Hawks Excellence Fund and continue to empower the Hawks on and off the field. Thank you, and fly Hawks.
Just around the corner, tip-off time. Justin Ray will be in the starting lineup. We got cut short talking about the talented sophomore out of South Carolina. Steve, 25 against Syracuse in a hard luck loss for Monmouth. A guy that does so many things and is really the definition of a scorer.
He showed great flashes last year, and he's really come into his own here as a sophomore. Another guy who can score at all 3 levels. And what's really taken a big jump for him is his 3-point shooting. He's shooting 18 of 38 coming into this game, 47%.
A Monmouth team that is looking to go to 3-0 to start the season at home. With a win tonight, they'd go above the 500 mark. They are 4-4 coming into this game tonight. That is their head coach, King Rice, who with the victory tonight picks up his 225th overall, the 1992 graduate and former member of the University of North Carolina Tar Heel program. 15 years for Coach Rice. He has seen it just about in every dimension here for Monmouth. On the flip side for Princeton, their longtime head coach is Mitch Henderson in his 15th year, but 14th season because the Ivy League didn't play over the COVID year. Such success, made the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament back in 2023. Kind of a weird year. You know, we said in the open, Steve, no seniors on the roster, one of just a couple of programs at the Division I level to have that. They're missing Dalen Davis. They're looking for other guys to step up tonight and see what kind of momentum they can get on a roll going into the Ivy League schedule.
Yeah, that's tough for a team when you're missing your leading scorer, a guy who's super efficient, scores over 16 a game, shoots 81% from the free throw line. You know, in old-time college basketball, they would have Xavier Lee, they would have Caden Pierce. Those guys have moved on. Caden Pierce still in school, but going on visits at high major programs like UConn, like Purdue, like Duke. Xavier Lee transferred to Florida. So it's a different era for the Ivy League. No transfers for this Princeton team, so they're doing it from within. Everybody, a returning player. So they have to do it with guys like Jackson Hickey, Jack Stanton, and C.J. Happy leading the way while Davis is out.
They do get C.J. Happy back into the lineup tonight. the sophomore out of Massachusetts, missed last game in a loss against St. Joe's. Nice thing about this trip, whether you're going west or you're coming east, it's only about 40 miles between the two schools. Princeton, the all-time series advantage, 16-7. They started playing against each other in 1991. A hard luck loss for Monmouth a year ago, out at Princeton, 71-67.
There's been some fantastic matchups and some fantastic games over the years in this series. I remember, Matt, being a middle school kid, watching Monmouth versus Princeton in Boylan Gym and seeing Mitch Henderson play and Brian Earl and Gabe Llewellyn, and there's been some great games over the years.
You know, as you peer into the Monmouth huddle with King Rice, I think one of the things that makes this team unique, at least in the early going and pieces of the puzzle, there might be more pieces to the puzzle for King Rice than he's had. Clearly, he's had unbelievable talent, but the versatility of the roster this season might set Monmouth aside.
Well, big fan of what King Rice and his coaching staff have brought into this program. Jason Rivera-Torres has given Monmouth such a lift. He's a fantastic defender on the perimeter. He's long. He's the third leading rebounder in the CAA right now at 8.5 rebounds per game. Stefano Spartalis has also been a tremendous addition to this Monmouth lineup. Maybe the best passing big Monmouth has ever had.
Princeton in the black and orange, Monmouth in the all-white. Opening tip is won by the Tigers, who attack left to right as you look at it on your picture. Clark, Stanton, Hickey, Happy, and Whitfield, the starting five for Mitch Henderson. Happy, hands off, Whitfield, back to Happy, who missed the two-hand jam. Princeton a chance for the good start. See if Monmouth can answer back. And that will be out of bounds on Justin Ray, who gets a start here tonight with Jason Rivera-Torres, Andrew Ball, Jack Collins, and Spartalis. A la Princeton, backdoor find and cut for Jack Stanton, who gets the Tigers off to a 2-0 start.
Yeah, great basketball there. Pass and then cut immediately backdoor. Monmouth will have to do a great job of guarding off the basketball in this game.
Collins, who has operated more as a point guard at the beginning part of this season. Rivera-Torres, the pull-up. Talked to Mitch Henderson before the game. He was looking for his Tigers to get off to a quick start. CJ Happy, the three, offline. Offensive rebound, Whitfield. Here's the drive by Hickey, played by Collins, and that will be a travel.
Oh, Matt, interested to see how Monmouth does defensively against this Princeton team. Monmouth coming off a 2-1 showing, the Lafayette Classic, but the game they lost was to Lemoyne, who shot 60% in the second half, and they run a similar style offense to this Princeton team.
Cut off at the rim, Spartalis. It'll be Monmouth basketball with 17 on the shot clock. Tigers have lost 4 straight. Their last 3, a 4-point loss to Temple, 5-point to UVM, and a 2-point heartbreak against St. Joe's. Jason Rivera-Torres will get Monmouth on the board.
There's Rivera-Torres right on cue. Really has brought just a great lift to this Monmouth team. Can score it at all 3 levels, super long, great defender. You see him and Jack Collins are a great dynamic duo defensively.
A year at Vandy, a year at San Francisco. Inside, Whitfield can't get it to fall. Collins in transition. Ball to stop and pop 3.
Andrew Ball's got to attack that closeout there and use his versatility to get to the rim and score.
Slow start for both teams. Not quite 3 minutes in. We are tied at 2. Wide open look. CJ Happy will drain the three.
Oh, CJ Happy 2 games ago against Vermont had 22 points, really had a huge second half. And Princeton's comeback effort that just fell short. They were actually down 23 in that game, came all the way back.
Sophomore out of Sterling, Massachusetts, played 25 games a year ago. Spartalis will step out. Sluggish start for Monmouth offensively to begin.
I think they need to establish Spartalis deeper in the post with his back to the basket.
Happy short on that attempt. Collins wanting to push. This is Ball attacking the rim as if he was listening.
Well, that's what we wanted Ball to do last time, right? Attack that closeout, show off that versatility and athleticism.
Steal by Ray. Monmouth pushing. Cross-court pass taken away by Landon Clark, who will go in. Look for the jam, no foul, missed the dunk. Mitch Henderson puzzled. Rivera Torres is bumped on his way to the rim.
But we'll have to see a replay on that, but credit Spartalis there for hustling back. Rarely do you see that play contested and not call the foul.
Wasn't much contact that I saw.
Yeah, tough to tell. Good for Spartalis getting back. Tough pass there, Andrew Ball. I love the look. Diagonal pass in transition, trying to skip it over the defense. Just got to put a little bit more air underneath it. But Spartalis, great hustle back.
That earns you some points when you break down film, right? Later on, that's a hustle play.
It's a great hustle play. And yeah, you save 2 points on this end here. And then you go and score more points on the other end.
Nathan Hall, Tim Smith, Michael Lang, Fury, our referee crew tonight. .65 Monmouth. There's the backdoor cut, another dunk attempt by Princeton. This time Spartalis will get tagged with the foul. Our first media timeout. Been entertaining basketball so far tonight. We're back with more.
Great news! World Subaru in Tinton Falls is now Circle Subaru. The Circle name has been a pillar in the Monmouth County automotive community for 4 generations. You've loved us before. Now we're bigger and better than ever with our Circle Subaru VIP program with complimentary oil changes, tire rotations, service loaner cars, and much more. Plus, we continue to support our local community and Monmouth University athletics. Go Hawks! Circle Subaru, proud member of the Circle Motor Group, Shrewsbury Avenue in Tinton Falls. Visit circlesubaru.com.
This is the CAA on Flow College.
6-5 Monmouth after the first media timeout. Hawks looking to go to 5-4. Princeton looking for win number 4. Every time you see Princeton do something involving backdoor or someone getting to the rim, everybody says, wow, that's the Princeton backdoor cut. Steve, this really isn't that, right?
This is just a broken play. Spartalis out, denying on the perimeter. Princeton's lost their dribble. And CJ Happy does a great job of just moving without the basketball. When you're overplayed, make sure you go back door. And how about that same foul 2 times in a row with the dunk attempt and Spartalis trying to block it from behind.
Somebody get my guy a pen. He wants to like write on a monitor, give him a telestrator. He wants to yell, freeze it in the middle of play. That's what you're wanting.
After watching football on Thanksgiving, a lot of John Madden talk. We need the telestrator, right?
Yeah, the old school telestrator.
It was great.
I would love to see you break it down like that. 1 out of 2. Collins, 3 in and out. Spartalis, good hustle. Runs down the rebound, but can't get the putback.
Spartalis needs to skip that ball out, show off his great passing ability. Justin Ray wide open in the left corner.
Good steal by Spartalis. It's him and Happy. The old school Euro step to the rim.
He's been phenomenal for Monmouth, and we haven't seen it yet. And I'll keep talking about it, Matt, because I love the way he throws the ball out of the post. But he's so versatile, that time denying passing lanes, finishing off the play.
Hawks by 2. Spartalis, the rebound. Each team with 2 subs at the ready. Loose ball grabbed down by Stanton.
Well, you see that 2-man action there with Spartalis on the side. He can hit that mid-range jump shot consistently.
Good defense, Jack Collins. Turnover, Princeton. Coming into the game for the Tigers, Jacob Huggins, 6'8" junior out of California. And Jacob Hammond, a 6'6" freshman out of Canada. Jake Sussberg has also come on. Won the Mr. Basketball in upstate New York out of Scarsdale High School. Hawks with 2 changes as well. Cornelius Robinson III. And Doc Mordar, the 7-footer. Rivera Torres, good first step. Mordar inside, blocked away.
That was a great drop off by Rivera Torres, but credit Princeton getting a hand on that ball. Mordar has to catch it a little bit higher so he can go up and dunk it right away.
Defended well. Justin Ray on the backdoor cut. Collins in a 3-on-3. Dribble drive from Ray. Off the window.
Well, that started with a great decision by Boog Robinson. Come to a 2-foot stop. Don't force a shot over a bigger guy. He kicks it out to Justin Ray, and then Ray can show off his athleticism. Great first step to the hole.
Pop out Huggins. Hickey against Collins. That's the matchup to watch all night long. Blocked by Rivera Torres on the shot by Sussberg. Collins in transition. Down low, Robinson. 3. Good. Rivera Torres. Mitch Henderson wants to talk about it.
It's been a lot of fun to watch Collins and Rivera Torres work together. Great defensive unit there on the perimeter, and Rivera Torres showing off his offense. Just a beautiful looking pull-up jump shot. No, we talked about him being a 3-level scorer, a guy who can get to the rim and finish. He's got a nice pull-up mid-range jump shot, which is a lost art, and he can step out and shoot the 3. Well, on top of that, Rivera Torres is the 3rd leading rebounder in the conference right now. He gets about 8.5 rebounds per game. A guy who can really stuff the stat sheet. And him and Jack Collins guarding the other team's best perimeter players has really been a great lift for this Monmouth team on the defensive side. But then you also add in shot blockers like Doc Mordar, like Andrew Ball. They could really be an elite level defensive team in the CAA.
Is it fair to say, Steve, on that point, which I love, that if you watch Jack Collins for the last 3 years, at times you almost got the sense, as hard as he plays, he would be held together with glue and duct tape. Now he doesn't have to always carry the load defensively.
Oh, they can switch off on the other team's best player, and the fact that they have two guys, they're like clones of each other on the defensive end, the way they can chase guys around.
Inside, Clark, played by Mordar. Count it, and one. Good up and under move from Landon Clark, part of a really talented freshman class for Princeton. This one, the end one for the kid out of Maine.
Yeah, nice job there by Clark. Great drop step move and finish over Doc Mordar, who's in there to block shots, but his best ability to block shots is when he's coming from off the basketball, when he's coming weak side help.
(13-9). Three-point play helping out Princeton's cause. Patient set here for Monmouth. 12:20 to go first half. Rivera Torres, too strong off the glass. Clark in the corner. Huggins. Next whistle gets us the under 12. Good defense again by Monmouth. It's Stanton trying to go up and under. Kick back out, shot clock at 1. Stanton saw it, lets it go. Good rebound by Cornelius Robinson III.
A clinic of individual defense there by Rivera Torres. Forcing him to the ball screen, fighting over the top, digging in the post.
Ray, the three from the outside.
Talked about Justin Ray coming in, shooting 48% from the three-point line. King Rice compared him to Abdi Bashir, which is a huge comparison and a huge compliment to Justin Ray. But he said Justin Ray really worked on his three-point shot in the summer.
Ray's got 5. Inside, Princeton responds back. It's Huggins with his first basket of the night. Collins looking for the screen and roll. That will be Monmouth basketball off a foul when we come back. That'll get us to the under 12. 10:53 remaining. Justin Ray heating up. Good news for the Hawks. Our game tonight on the Monmouth Digital Network, brought to you in part by McClune's family of restaurants. Proud to support Monmouth University Athletics. Come visit our 3 locations in nearby Pier Village in Long Branch. McClune's Pier House with spectacular ocean views, the Robinson Ale House Sports Bar, and the casual price-friendly Kahuna Burger, all by the beach. With Steve Bazaz, Matt Harmon, Drew Kurtz, our producer-director, and our entire crew of the Monmouth Digital Network. Great to have you here tonight. Not quite at the midpoint. That will drive a coach crazy out of a timeout, a turnover on an inbound.
Yeah, King Rice was telling Spartalis there to hand the ball off. He fired it at Jack Collins, a little too close, and that was supposed to be a dribble handoff.
Good backdoor cut and finish by Whitfield.
Yeah, Boog Robinson fell down there. Monmouth was down a man, and great cut there by Whitfield and a good find.
Cuts the Monmouth lead to 3. That's a kickball on Landon Clark.
I'd like to see Monmouth try to establish Spartalis in the post a little bit. I watched back the Princeton-Vermont game, and in that game, Vermont's Gus Yalden just dominated Princeton in the post, had 27 points in that one. They really had a hard time guarding him. Spartalis has a similar skill set, but you see Princeton doing a good job defensively of not letting that ball get into the post.
4th turnover of the half for Monmouth. Tigers can tie it with a 3. Here's your opportunity for Clark. Spartalis the rebound.
Nice rebound in traffic there, Spartalis.
Spartalis posting up. Robinson takes the spot on the block. Reverse up and under. Unfortunate not to fall.
That's a nice move. Boog Robinson going into his Brunson look there. Dribbling himself right into a post-up. Nice baseline move. Just couldn't finish up the play.
Kick out. CJ Happy has helped the cause tonight. He has 7.
When you have such versatile bigs who can screen and pop out and who can shoot it at a high clip, it makes teams so hard to guard, especially with all the action that Princeton likes to run.
It's a foul away from the ball on Princeton. Subs coming in. Jacob Hammond returning for Princeton. Janoop Dubol entering for Monmouth. The sophomore out of Minnesota, played last year at Portland. Anthony Martinez, the 6'2 freshman from France, wearing number 3 for Monmouth, has checked in. Spartalis bumped on his way, no whistle. Stanton, Clark in the corner, the 3. Rimming out, no good. Good look for Hammond. Collins, the skip in the corner. Dubol. Out to Martinez. Collins doubled off the screen. He'll force one. Robinson, the offensive rebound, put back.
Stealing points there. Great job, Boog Robinson. I thought the Princeton transition defense and half-court defense was fantastic. CJ Happy really doing a good job of stunting, preventing drives, but Boog Robinson there working hard on the glass.
Great defense by Robinson there. Poking it away from Hammond. It will stay with Princeton. 21 on the shot clock. Spartalis will get a break. Andrew Ball back in.
For the Tigers, number 15, Cass Sweeney, and number 11, Jake Sutton.
It's another hustle play for Monmouth. We've seen, I don't know, Steve, 3 or 4 real good ones tonight. Spartalis had the block defensively. Robinson out working everyone on the glass.
Yeah, missed box out there for Princeton, and Robinson doing a nice job of finishing. I think Monmouth's got to take control of this game with their defensive pressure and then great off-the-ball shell defense. They've been hurt a little bit by the versatility of these Princeton bigs.
Shot clock winding down for Princeton. Robinson bumped by Cash McSweeney on a loose ball foul. That gets us to the under 8. Media timeout. Hawks up by 2. Back and forth we go. 2 teams from the Garden State.
Jersey Mike's is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
Hold on, you're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Whoever said that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line never said anything about the quality of the ride. With Coach USA, you can charter a luxury motor coach for all of your special occasions. From your wedding day to corporate events, sightseeing, trips to the casino, sporting events, and concerts. Enjoy free amenities on board, things like Wi-Fi, restrooms, and movies. So to book your charter anywhere in the US or Canada, just contact our sales office today.
Back here on the Monmouth Digital Network. Also tonight, NBC Sports Philly. Our production crew working hard tonight inside the Parton Broadcast Center. So hard that they're ignoring the broadcasters talking about them and saying hello. There they are. Now, I think there's got to be room in there. We talked about it before, right? The telestrator machine. We need a new piece of equipment. I think there's donations we'll take at any point.
I'm with you.
That would bring your broadcasting to a whole nother level.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, Matt. And I would love that. We got to talk to Drew and see what we can do about it.
That's called shameless plug. At any time we can get it in. Robinson, the drive. Lost it on the way up.
Monmouth legend John Giraldo in the house tonight.
Just walked by us, said hello. One of the best to do it in a Monmouth uniform. Backdoor cut, CJ Happy blocked off of the rim. He'll go to the line for 2. That 1996 banner that hangs here in the Ocean First Bank Arena. That was the first time that Monmouth ever made the NCAA tournament. A big reason why, the guy that just walked past us in John Giraldo.
In the semifinals against Marist at Marist, Poughkeepsie, New York, Monmouth down. John Giraldo hit probably a 30-foot three-pointer to cut that lead, and then Monmouth had the famous miracle at Marist and Mustafa Barksdale 4-point play.
Did you go to that game?
I was there. I was in 6th grade. One of my favorite sports memories, Matt.
I called that game for our college radio station at Monmouth.
So does that make me old or you old?
That's a D, all of the above. Dubol, kick out. Collins is 3. Side rim, no good. Kept alive and an extra possession for Monmouth. Looking backdoor cut for Ball. Deflection to Robinson. He's fouled on his way up and will go to the free throw line.
I think Boog Robinson is starting to get more comfortable. A little banged up earlier this season, but coming off a good performance in Monmouth's MTE, the Lafayette Classic, and had some good moments so far in this first half here.
On the topic of versatility, which has been a theme about the Monmouth roster and lineup. I feel like, again, I'll use pieces of the puzzle as the analogy tonight. A player like Cornelius Robinson III also has less pressure on him this year because there's more guys around him. He doesn't have to go play somebody's center, which sometimes he did last year.
Yeah, Monmouth has so many pieces. I think that's why everyone is super excited about this team. And I think they're off to a great start right now, and they're still incomplete. They're without their starting point guard in Kavion McLean. It makes you think that they can get McLean back. They have a big-time shot this year to make a run at a CAA title.
Good work by Huggins inside. Makes it a 1-point game. Princeton doing just enough to hang in this game in this first half. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining. 1-point advantage Monmouth. Martinez bumped on his way to the rim. Last year was playing in France at Lyon. Started the first couple of games for Monmouth this year.
Now, Martinez, a guy with McLean out right now, he has a much more important role as somebody who's really their lone true point guard, in the rotation. Does a good job on the defensive end, pressure in the basketball.
Off the inbound. Dubal.
Now, Janouf Dubal is a guy who can really fill it up. Another tremendously versatile player for Monmouth. In their game against Ball State in the Lafayette Classic, he had 12 points in the 7-minute stretch in the first half.
Ball down the middle. That will go. Monmouth on a little run here. All of a sudden, it's 5.
Andrew Ball is a different player this year for Monmouth. Super confident, much more comfortable on the court than he was his first couple years. Really showing off his skill.
Just look at the lineup that Monmouth has on the floor right now. Rivera-Torres 6'7", Ball 6'8", Dubal 6'8", Robinson 6'6", but plays much bigger, and Martinez 6'2".
And then you also have a guy like a Doc Mortar who can come in and who's 7'1", who can block shots as well. And Monmouth can have so many different lineup combinations.
Robinson thinks about the 3. Kicks back out. Here's Jason Rivera-Torres.
That's good basketball. Can't argue with that shot. Nice driving kick by Boog Robinson.
5 to go, first half. Hawks up by 5. And an offensive foul called away from the basketball. We'll give it back to Monmouth, who after this one tonight will spend the weekend down in Atlanta, squaring off against Georgia Tech on Saturday. Not back home until 2 weeks against Quinnipiac on the 17th. Princeton continues what's been a really difficult non-conference schedule. They'll go to the Windy City against Loyola Chicago.
That is just fantastic action there by Monmouth. They have a horns look, an elevator screen on the opposite side, and then you slip the bottom guy in the elevator for a layup. That's just a tremendous job of execution.
Dubal. Defensively, Monmouth locked in. Rivera-Torres through the lane.
That's part of the reason why Monmouth ranks towards the top of the nation in block shots. Their length, not only in the front court, but also on the perimeter. It was a great block, Rivera-Torres.
Runner by Martinez, no good. Knocked out of bounds. That will get us to our last media timeout of the first half. Monmouth has extended the lead to 7. It's their biggest of the night.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
Hey Hawks fans, Jack Collins here. Monmouth basketball has given me the opportunity to grow as a player, a student athlete, and a leader. With NIL and revenue sharing, reshaping college athletics, we compete and contend for championships. The Hawks Excellence Fund is a new initiative designed to empower Monmouth student athletes through NIL, revenue sharing, and academic benefits. With the recent approval of the House settlement, this fund will usher Monmouth into a new age of college athletics and keep the Hawks competitive in the CAA and beyond. Support the Hawks Excellence Fund and continue to empower the Hawks on and off the field. Thank you, and fly Hawks.
Aha! I knew it! You are stealing my Jersey Mike's gig.
Danny, it's just because Jersey Mike's is an official sponsor of the NFL. I'm not taking your gig.
Now you're taking my look.
This is how I dress.
My glasses. I've been looking for those.
I wear glasses. I have astigmatism.
I'll give you astigmatism.
Ready for you on set, Eli.
I gotta go.
Oh. This ain't over, Manning.
Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
We are in that range to do a coming up at the half. We'll look at the out-of-town scoreboard in the CAA, stats and highlights, and an opportunity to catch up with Monmouth University President Dr. Patrick Leahy. 6-0 run for Monmouth over the last 221. Princeton has not scored in the last 238. In that time, Mitch Henderson won't be pleased his team has turned it over 3 times.
I think Monmouth made a minor adjustment. They went small. They took out Mordar. They took out Spartalis. And they went basically with Andrew Ball at center, and that's helped them guard the Princeton bigs a lot better.
Off the timeout, Hickey can't get it going.
That contest by Rivera-Torres is so underrated. Nice job by Hickey to get Collins off of him, but Rivera-Torres comes over and contests that shot, helping out Collins. It's a great job.
Good strong rebound by Dubois as well. Ray muscles his way to the rim. Rebound for Whitfield. Back for Landon Clark. No Dalen Davis tonight. No Malik Abdullahi. He is also out day to day. Clark with a big time 3 from the right wing.
A little bit too much help there from Dubois. And CJ Happy, nice job of kicking that ball out of the high post.
Rivera-Torres tiptoeing the baseline, and an offensive foul will come on Rivera-Torres. That will get Spartalis off the bench. And he will come in for Dubois.
I think Princeton needs to feature CJ Happy more. To me, they've been at their best when they've used him in the high post, catch and pop, and run some action through him.
Right wing, Happy. A little cut to the corner for Clark. 10 on the shot clock. Inside. Pass intercepted. Ray. Ball the other direction. Gets it in transition.
And how good does Andrew Ball look elevating to the rim? Nice job of help defense there, Justin Ray.
2 minutes in the half. 2 minutes.
Bucket for Princeton. That's Happy orchestrating offense there. Stanton, nice cut. But Happy again at the top of the key, orchestrating offense running through him.
28-24. Ray. Collins pops out. Quick look inside. Spartalis, who's bumped.
Foul number 4, CJ.
If you remember Andrew Ball when he came here out of Marlton, New Jersey, he does not look any way like he does now. He has put on a lot of strength and a lot of size, and he has no issue going to the rim.
Yeah, and maybe most important is that he's gotten great confidence, especially this year. He really looks like a different player. And as soon as Monmouth figured out that he was a front court player, he's a 4-man, he's a stretch 4, now he can show off that versatility on both ends of the court. He's also a great shot blocking presence, but how good does he look going to the rim? A super athlete, a nice advance pass too from Justin Ray on that play.
Redshirted in the 23-24 season. And played 64 games total coming into the year. Whitfield backing down Collins. Around the perimeter, it's Clark. Deflected up, Clark able to run it down, keep it alive. 65 seconds to go in the half. Huggins on the mismatch, had Ray. Kick out, 3 on the way, good. Big time shot from Jack Stanton.
And Monmouth switched that ball screen there, and Justin Ray was matched up with Huggins. That drew a lot of the attention, and then a smart kick out there. Stanton able to knock it down.
Rivera-Torres, left elbow jumper.
Beautiful.
Too much space.
Beautiful mid-range jump shot for Rivera-Torres, one of his strengths. Not great ball screen defense there by Princeton. Rivera-Torres wide open 15-footer.
Princeton can pretty much hold for 1. Now they have actually also turned off the shot clock. So the Tigers can dribble it out. 12. Down now to 10 for Stanton. Top of the key, off for Clark, down low, Huggins. Back to the basket, again the mismatch with Justin Ray. Ball gets it, 3-quarter shot. Didn't miss by much. Good half, you could say. Positives for both teams, 31-27. Kind of the game we were hoping for. Right now, the game we're getting. Monmouth up 31-27. We are at the half as the Hawks try and pick up win number 5, go above the 500 mark, and roll into a non-league game down at Georgia Tech on Saturday. Take a look at the scores from the Coastal Athletic Association tonight. Holy Cross leading Northeastern 76-59. That's a final. Columbia knocked off Hofstra 72-70. Also a final, Towson with a win over Cornell, and Hampton up in the second half, 93-71. Second half action, Marshall leads UNC Wilmington in Wilmington 69-66. Furman the advantage on Elon 94-85, and a final from down in DC. Tough loss for Drexel, nipped by American 75-73. UNC Wilmington would be a little bit of a surprise. Nothing against Marshall, but Seahawks off to a good start at 7-1. Among the best teams in the non-league so far in what, Steve, you know, as it always is, will be another knockdown, drag-out regular season to get to the CAA tournament.
Super competitive league, and can't wait to get to, don't want to rush things, of course, Matt, but can't wait to get the CAA play and then the CAA conference tournament down in Washington, D.C., which is such a great tournament, a nice arena, and we know it'll be super competitive once again.
As we said, UNC Wilmington picked second in the preseason poll. You see Monmouth there in 6th. Last year, the Hawks went 13-20, but 10-8 in the league, and really started to find themselves towards the end of the season.
Yeah, and I think Monmouth this year has a big shot, Matt. I just love the way they're put together. They have a little bit of everything on their team. The one thing they're missing is who's sitting out right now, and that's their true point guard, Kavion McLean, who's come into this season with great expectations, a guy who can really score the basketball and defend his position, even though he's a smaller guy. You wait for a decision here for Monmouth, but even without Kavion McLean, Monmouth off to a nice start, and I think they will make some noise in the CAA this year.
As you said, partner, long way to go. We'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll be joined at the table by Monmouth University President Dr. Patrick Leahy. 31-27 inside the Ocean First Bank Center. Hawks up on the Princeton Tigers. We are really excited to have a couple of minutes here to catch up with Monmouth University President Dr. Patrick Leahy. In between Thanksgiving and Christmas, almost end of the fall semester. I'll say it's the beginning part of December. I feel like it was just September, wasn't it?
Didn't we just have our welcome back to Monmouth interview not so long ago? What happened in the semester?
Unbelievable how fast it goes, right?
It's amazing. We've had a great semester, though, Matt. I mean, in fact, as we look to close the books on 2025, we had a phenomenal year at Monmouth. We received Research College and University designation. We sailed through our Middle States reaccreditation. We enrolled the best class we've ever enrolled in our 90-some-year history. No offense to those of you who came before us. And we just got some great news that next year we'll be recognized as a national university. So our evolution from a junior college to a national doctoral research university is complete in 2026. So a special time here at Monmouth.
You know, when you think of it, you say close out the calendar year of 2025. I always found it so interesting. Like, we're only halfway through the year. The academic year goes August to May. The calendar year closes. So I always find it interesting. Do you look now at the calendar in totality of 2025, or are you like, man, we're only halfway through?
I guess I have to make my resolutions twice a year, at the end of the calendar year and at the end of the fiscal year, which is, you know, is the end of June. It does actually give us a nice opportunity, in all seriousness, to take stock of where we are every 6 months and keep figuring out what are we going to do in the next 6 months to continue to advance this place in service to our students.
And you think in a lot of ways, Steve and I started the broadcast with tonight, how great it is when two New Jersey teams in this world of college basketball and college sports where so much is about money. Hey, just get in your car, drive 40 miles, and we'll have a good game against one another.
It's kind of old school, isn't it? I love the job that Mitch Henderson does at Princeton, and I'm so grateful that he and King are friends, and I think have committed to keeping this rivalry in state for as long as they're here, which I hope's a long time. It's great that we can play Princeton. I like where we are so far, but you know how insignificant the halftime scores are. But I love the fact that we can play Princeton on an annual basis.
And I know you are always a fan of when Monmouth, on whatever level possible, can be associated with high-level academic schools. They've had that opportunity in the CAA with Villanova football related, William and Mary, the Richmonds at time, Delaware. Now some of those schools have come and gone a little bit, but the idea of when Monmouth plays some of these other schools, case in point this past weekend up in Lafayette for the course of the weekend.
I'm happy to let Princeton burnish its academic reputation by playing us here at Monmouth. You know, I
love it. I love it.
I in all seriousness, I love that. I love the fact anytime that our students, whether they're in our debate the program or our Model UN program or our mock trial program, let alone all of our student athletes, get a chance to play other really fine academic institutions. It's a chance for us to burnish our reputation as a university just a little bit. And a game tonight's a perfect example of that, to be able to play, let's be honest, the finest university in the country year over year. It's not my assessment. It is the assessment of most third-party rankings. To be able to play them is a really special privilege for us.
Finish with this as we're in between holidays. Too early to say what is on the Christmas list for the Monmouth University president to close out the 2025 year.
Well, what's on the Christmas list this year is the grand opening of our Bruce Springsteen Center for American Music next June. I want nothing more than for us to be able to open up that art, our cult. That's going to be a cultural icon for all of New Jersey and the United States. That's how significant that project can be. And to be able to host it here on the campus of Monmouth University is a special privilege. And my hope is it's on time, it's on budget. We're closing the fundraising gap. We're going to have an amazing grand opening experience. Born to Run's coming on as we speak. That's what is in my on my wish list this year, is to get that done and get that done properly in June.
Yeah, they heard you on cue. Little Springsteen to take us to break. President Leahy, thanks so much for coming by, giving us a couple minutes.
My pleasure, Matt. Always a pleasure.
Dr. Patrick Leahy, the University President of Monmouth. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We've got highlights, stats around the corner. (31-27), Monmouth leads Princeton. Tigers have been able to stick around. Good first half from C.J. Happy. Princeton happy to have the sophomore Steve back in the lineup.
Yeah, coming off a game where he had 22 points against Vermont and showing off his great versatility, and he can really step out and shoot the ball.
How about Jason Rivera-Torres? This little compilation, layup, jumper, three-point shot, all of his weapons on display.
Love it. Three-level scorer, right? A guy who can get to the rim, beautiful pull-up jump shot, and then also can stretch the floor and make an outside jumper.
Both teams about even from the floor. Princeton a couple more threes. Monmouth a good advantage in the rebounding department. We are back up and going here second half. Thanks for hanging in with us. Rivera-Torres on cue. He'll throw in another highlight. That one a two-hand jam. 33-27. What a way to start.
Mitch Henderson not happy here. He's saying there was something on the court that made him slip.
We will take a quick timeout. Come right back for you. Break that play down a little bit more. We had just talked about Jason Rivera-Torres in our highlight package coming back from our first half break. Layup, jumper, three-pointer. He must have said, I still got one more. I got a steal and a dunk. And that is how these teams started the second half. 33-27, Monmouth the advantage. Rivera-Torres, the first player in the game to go to double figures. He's got 11.
Showing off his great defensive pressure, and here it is again. Mitch Henderson thought there was a wet spot on the court that made Clark slip.
Jack Stanton against Justin Ray. Nice cut to the rim for Sebastian Whitfield. He's fouled on his way up and will go to the line for 2. Was not a ton of free throws in that first half. Princeton only took 5. Monmouth took 6. This is part of that talented freshman class. Sebastian Whitfield, the 6'6" player out of Virginia Beach. Obviously, super talented basketball player. He was his school record holder in the high jump as well. Goes 1 of 2. Monmouth possession. Spartalis, Rivera-Torres, ball. Ray, Collins. Collins turns it over. 8th infraction tonight for Monmouth in that direction. Running the floor well is Jackson Hickey.
That's a fantastic pass there by Stanton, right off the dribble, able to advance that basketball, and Hickey filling the lane.
Ray bombs a 3, no good. Good strong rebound from Landon Clark. In transition, Whitfield beating everybody down the floor. Short of that Rivera-Torres steal and dunk. Princeton, good little run here to begin the first couple of minutes of the second half.
And good job of getting easy baskets, take the pressure off a little bit, getting out and running the floor, turning good defense into offense. I would like to see Monmouth try to establish Spartalis a little bit.
.50 bump on the scoreboard for Princeton. Collins through the lane, turns it over. A couple of turnovers in the early going second half for Jack Collins, a little uncharacteristic. Backdoor cut, Hickey. Clark, Whitfield. Kept alive by Stanton. Knocked away by Spartalis. Ray, Justin Rivera-Torres, the floater. Spartalis offensive rebound. Grabbed by Hickey, and it'll be a jump ball.
That's a jump ball. Possession to Monmouth.
Possession arrow will favor the Hawks.
Well, it's pretty good defense by Monmouth on the other end of the floor here. And Princeton sharing the basketball well, but I thought Monmouth was rotating pretty well, and then maybe a little overpassing by the Tigers. Monmouth able to come up with the steal.
Off the inbound, Rivera-Torres. Kick out, Andrew Ball. Bumped off in the lane by Clark. Single digits on the shot clock to 5 for Rivera-Torres.
That's a great job defensively by Princeton. Just great shell defense, great pressure on the basketball. Trying great help defense, good closeout, finish off the possession with a rebound.
4th rebound from Landon Clark. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Monmouth possession. Had Hickey inside, would have given the Tigers a lead. Something they have not had since it was 5-4. Spartalis, top of the key. Ray at the foul line. Dumps it in for the big man for Monmouth. He's bumped, and he will go to the line for 2 shots.
I think Princeton has done a great job of recovering on these Monmouth drives and getting in front of the guards who are being ultra aggressive and trying to get paint touches off the dribble. But that was a good job by Justin Ray there, who got cut off in the paint, but then showed tremendous patience and dropped that ball low to Spartalis, who was rolling and then posting, and a good job of sealing by Spartalis to get position.
6'9" freshman out of Greece. Connection, Xander Rice, Coach Rice's son, playing overseas now. Last year, Spartalis playing with Olympiakos. Brings a little different flair here, and he's a good free throw shooter at 87%.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that you have a center who shoots 87%. I mean, a super skilled player and has really been a great fit in this Monmouth program.
Kick in the corner. Hammond back into the game. Offensive rebound, Stanton. Tigers are attacking the glass a little bit more. Off the steal, it's Justin Ray. Rivera Torres, the give and go, works to perfection with Spartalis.
And that's the other part that Spartalis has brought to this lineup. Monmouth can run so many different actions with him because of his skill, but because he's so nimble and he can set screens and slip and roll to the basket and then catch in the post and look to skip out of the post and relocate. It's been phenomenal.
Good take by Hammond to get to the rim. Make it a 3-point advantage for Monmouth.
By Jacob Hammond.
Spartalis this time in the post. Good defense by Huggins to block him off.
Spartalis wanted a foul, but nice one-on-one post defense there by Huggins.
.5 to go. Second half. Traveling violation on Jackson Hickey. He doesn't understand it. The junior out of Radnor, Pennsylvania. He'll go over to his bench, talk about it. Teams will come back after a break.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
Whoever said that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line never said anything about the quality of the ride. With Coach USA, you can charter a luxury motor coach for all of your special occasions. Your wedding day to corporate events, sightseeing, trips to the casino, sporting events, and concerts. Enjoy free amenities on board, things like Wi-Fi, restrooms, and movies. So to book your charter anywhere in the US or Canada, just contact our sales office today.
Great news! World Subaru in Tin Falls is now Circle Subaru. The Circle name has been a pillar in the Monmouth County automotive community for 4 generations. You've loved us before. Now we're bigger and better than ever with our Circle Subaru VIP program with complimentary oil changes, tire rotations, service loaner cars, and much more. Plus, we continue to support our local community and Monmouth University athletics. Go Hogs! Circle Subaru, proud member of the Circle Motor Group, Shrewsbury Avenue in Tinton Falls. Visit circlesubaru.com.
Our game tonight brought to you in part by BSI, proud employee benefits partner of Monmouth University. No lazy answers, no cookie cutter plans. Make the switch to an independent firm. Learn more at bsicorporate.com. FloHoops.com. Matt Harmon, Steve Bazaz, our entire Monmouth Digital Network crew. Thanks so much for spending part of your Wednesday evening with us. We got off to a little bit of a late start here tonight. Doubleheader this evening. Monmouth women beat NJIT earlier in game number 1. Part of an all-jersey double dip in West Long Branch. Cornelius Robinson, the third, back into the game for Monmouth. Rivera Torres. Unselfishly down low, Spartalis. Bumping with Huggins, who's going to get called for the foul.
And you can see the Princeton bench, Mitch Henderson and his staff not happy with that call. The point of emphasis in college basketball is post play and who initiates the contact, especially on that second bump. The Princeton bench thought that Spartalis was initiating most of that contact there.
The shaking of the head has become something to watch for Mitch Henderson. 15 years for the Tiger grad, class of '98. Cornelius Robinson, the third, a three. Way off the mark. 4-time Ivy regular season champions. 720 win seasons. Playing this year without a senior on his roster. Travel on Jacob Hammond.
Seems like a choppy second half here. Not much rhythm right now. Princeton's best look here in the second half has been in transition. They got those 2 layups, secondary break style. I think they have to get back to featuring CJ Happy in the high post and run some action through him. You know, similar to the way that Monmouth is running action through Spartalis.
Rest of the non-league for Princeton, you don't see this very often. Tigers are going to play Temple, who they've already played again, and they're going to play UVM, who they've already played again. CJ Happy off the window.
He should touch the basketball every possession for Princeton. They're better, especially in this game, when he touches the ball. Nice job of getting him a look in the post and phenomenal drop step move.
Six on the shot clock for Collins. Rivera Torres, the pull-up three. Too strong, kept alive by Robinson, bumped away. Possession for the Tigers, who can take a lead here with a bucket. Happy hits again. 13 for CJ Happy. Tigers' first lead since early in the first half.
And if you're Princeton, keep feeding him.
The best way, Steve, to maybe negate some of the versatility and athleticism of Monmouth, make shots, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And he got an open look there. Hickey did a good job. Great ball fake. Fooled Justin Ray a little bit. He leaves Happy. And then CJ Happy gets a wide open look. Now he's got to come out after picking up that foul. So who does Princeton go to for some offense?
Third foul on CJ Happy.
You know, we highlighted Hickey in the beginning. Monmouth's done a great job on him. He's only got 2 points so far tonight.
Happy and Huggins both on the bench right now with the 3 fouls. Doc Mordard back into the game for Monmouth. Huggins has come back in, even with the 3 fouls. Good step through. Let's correct that. CJ Happy has 4 fouls. That's why he went to the bench. Huggins back in with his 3.
A tremendous defense there. Hammond staying in front of Rivera Torres. Oh, Princeton on a run here. Monmouth's got to buckle down defensively. but a lot of that was C.J. Happy. Who will score for the Tigers right now?
The run for Princeton is 7-0. Hawks haven't scored in almost 4 minutes. Hammond lost it on his way to the basket. Monmouth couldn't possess. There's 1 on the shot clock.
Seems like both teams trying to force some drives right now.
Number 11, Jake Sussberg checks in for Princeton.
Jake Sussberg back in. Cash McSweeney comes back in.
Let's see if they run action here, Matt, for Sussberg. They rushed him in when that ball went baseline out of bounds.
In the corner, Collins, a deflection. Would have been Monmouth possession anyway, but they will call the shot clock violation.
Number 12, Jacob Huggins.
Huggins right back in for McSweeney. Interesting time of the game here, partner. Coming up on 12 remaining in a game Monmouth has seemingly been in charge of throughout. They find themselves down by a bucket on the scoreboard.
And you got to credit the Princeton defense. They've really done a nice job here in the second half.
There's the high-low game with Mordar from Rivera-Torres.
And right on cue, Monmouth with a high percentage shot. But that's because they ran that through some action. A nice ball screen and roll for Mordar, and he had a high percentage look. I think at times both teams in the second half have been driving, been forcing some drives.
Here comes Collins in transition. Robinson backs his man down. Let's see if they count the basket. It looks like they will. The old school kind of continuation for Cornelius Robinson III. He'll get a free throw when we come back.
His second personal.
(41-39), Monmouth the advantage. Cornelius Robinson III will go to the free throw line looking to complete, I'll say, old school three-point play in a continuation that prior to this year probably wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, another point of emphasis in college basketball is the continuation rule, and Boog Robinson doing a great job of noticing the mismatch. Nice find there by Monmouth to get him the basketball, and him going strong to the basket, making the Princeton defense pay. And that's a great job by Monmouth. A nice response as Princeton was on their own run. They took a 2-point lead, and then Monmouth's come up with some great possessions after that. You had the Doc Mordar alley-oop for a lay-in, and then Boog Robinson here in the post.
You like that change, the continuation?
You know, Matt, if you want my honest opinion, and I appreciate you asking, I'm a bit of a traditionalist when it comes to things. The only thing I want to see change in college basketball is that I think they should reset fouls at the 10-minute mark, or they should go to quarters. Everything else I'd keep the same in college basketball.
In transition, it'll hit the foot of Mordar. So let me do this. After we worked, I don't know, 100 games together?
Yeah.
I'll restate the question. Is it a good thing for college basketball that the continuation play will be part of it? Because you did a great job of giving a non-answer to the question.
I personally don't like it because I think the NBA rule's a joke, but the NBA rule's a little bit more exaggerated than the college rule, so I think it's fine.
Justin Ray trying the three from the left wing.
How's that sound?
That's much better, much more complete. In transition, Stanton. Cut off inside the paint. Gets it back though, he'll fire a three and hit. Rolls around the rim, drops in, tie it at 42.
That's good offense though. You catch Justin Ray, he's digging in the post. That's what he's supposed to do as a guard. But as soon as he digs, the quick kick out to Stanton and he knocks it down.
Rivera-Torres able to hold the pivot foot. Foul line Robinson. Inside for Cornelius, who will go back to the free throw line. Robinson, who had started a bunch prior to the last game, comes off the bench here again tonight.
23, Cornelius Robinson shooting.
First free throw good.
Substitution for the Tigers, number 4, C.J. Happy, and number 24.
This is a good job by Princeton here, and a nice kick out. That was Huggins who kicked it out to Stanton. And again, Justin Ray doing what he's supposed to do defensively, just good offense. I also think Monmouth has identified a mismatch here for Boog Robinson in the post. You see C.J. Happy's come back in this game now.
Robinson into double figures with a couple of free throws at 11. Backdoor cut, Clark intercepted by Collins on the block. Collins looking for Robinson one more time. Kick out, JC's three is good.
I like the unselfish basketball, not trying to force anything down low there along the baseline. And Boog Robinson finds his teammate, and Jack Collins knocks it down.
Timeout, Princeton coming, but Collins, this three, his first bucket of the night. It's a big one to give Monmouth a 47-42 lead. A 30-second timeout has been called by the Tigers.
This is a fantastic timeout here by Mitch Henderson. I think he's sensing that this game could get away from his team. And a great response by Monmouth after Princeton went up 2. But now Monmouth is on their own little run here, now up 5. So Mitch Henderson, I think, senses that. He calls a timeout. This is going to be an important possession here for the Tigers. And let's see what they draw up after timeout. Super important here in college basketball. Princeton needs a bucket. Let's see who they go to. Stan hit a 3 a couple possessions ago. Maybe you get him going. He's got 10 points now. Or do you go back through C.J. Happy, try to facilitate some action through him? But I really like the timeout by Mitch Henderson. Thought that came at the right time.
A Tiger team tonight, a little short-handed. No Dalen Davis. Most would say the team's best player. Their best rebounder, Malik Abdullahi, also missing the game tonight. Big possession here for the Tigers with 9 now on the shot clock. C.J. Happy back in with the 4 fouls. Happy was open. It was Stanton who drew the contact and will go to the line.
And sometimes you just need great individual basketball to go get you a bucket. Monmouth did a good job defending there after the timeout. Princeton really didn't have much going on that possession. But credit Stanton for understanding that, saying, I got to go get my team some points here. gets into the lane, gets Justin Ray off his feet, and then draws the foul.
Substitution for the Tigers, number 12, Jacob Huggins.
Happy will go to the bench. We'll see a lot of that, I would imagine. Keep him off the floor defensively as much as possible. Three-point lead, Monmouth. Rivera Torres fading away, gets the shooter's roll.
That's one of those no. Great shot. As Rivera Torres, well, we know he's a great mid-range shooter, but he was contested, he was off balance, he even looked unsure, but he gets the shooter's roll there.
Averaged over 6 points in 29 games at Vandy, just under 3 a game last year at UCF out in California. USF, excuse me. Under 9 to go. Monmouth by 5. Hickey the drive. Inside, Mordar gets the block on Hammond. Rivera Torres, good shake and bake move in the lane. He's got it on full display right now.
That was a tremendous individual move there by Rivera Torres. The way he uses that offhand, swipe the defender's hands away, get into the lane, and then great touch on the fadeaway.
Quick spin by Hickey to get around Collins. Princeton keeps it within 2 possessions, 51-46.
Basket by Jackson Hickey.
Robinson, good ball fake on Clark. Reverse layup attempt. Mordar will get it on an over-the-back loose ball call. Jason Rivera Torres, 15 points to lead all scorers tonight. We've seen all kinds of offensive plays from Rivera Torres. That one gives the Hawks the 5-point lead.
Hey Hawks fans, Jack Collins here. Monmouth basketball has given me the opportunity to grow as a player, a student athlete, and a leader. With NIL and revenue sharing, reshaping college athletics, we compete and contend for championships. The Hawks Excellence Fund is a new initiative designed to empower Monmouth student athletes through NIL, revenue sharing, and academic benefits. With the recent approval of the House settlement, this fund will usher Monmouth into a new age of college athletics and keep the Hawks competitive in the CAA and beyond. Support the Hawks Excellence Fund and continue to empower the Hawks on and off the field. Thank you, and fly Hawks.
Great news! World Subaru in Tin Falls is now Circle Subaru. The Circle name has been a pillar in the Monmouth County automotive community for 4 generations. You've loved us before. Now we're bigger and better than ever with our Circle Subaru VIP program with complimentary oil changes, tire rotations, service loaner cars, and much more. Plus, we continue to support our local community and Monmouth University athletics. Go Hawks! Circle Subaru, proud member of the Circle Motor Group, Shrewsbury Avenue in Tinton Falls. Visit circlesubaru.com.
Back on the Monmouth Digital Network with Monmouth leading 51-46 over Princeton. Coming up on MDN. Get a little bit of a reprieve for the next couple of weeks. Hawks are back in action 2 weeks from tonight against former conference rival Quinnipiac. And then the following day, Kate Wetmore's women's team will play an early start against Yale.
Substitutions for Princeton, number 4, CJ Happy, number 23, Sebastian Whitfield.
Important time here for the Tigers. Hawks up by 5. CJ Happy back into the game and gets a bucket.
Yeah, playing with those 4 fouls, but Princeton needs him in there. They're better with him on the floor, and that was a big bucket there for the Tigers. Now they need to get some stops.
Mordar couldn't hang on to it. It is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Monmouth. Just under 7 to play. Hawks up 51-48. Rivera Torres down the lane. Shot clock was just about to expire. Great recognition, bumped, and will go to the free throw line.
Rivera Torres just showing off the complete arsenal tonight. He's 6 of 14. He's got 15 points, but doing it in different ways, right? He's scoring at the rim. He's shooting his runners, his mid-range, showing off his range from the three-point line, obviously getting to the free throw line, knocking down free throws. I mean, he's really shown out tonight as such a skilled offensive player, on top of being a high-level defender as well.
Good at the free throw line for 2. Hits about 80% from the stripe. Monmouth as a team around 73%. 6:35 ticking down. Monmouth by 5. Open look in the corner for Whitfield. His 3 is off the mark. Collins, the quick outlet. Ray racing down the floor, lays it up and in.
That was a fantastic find by Stanton to get Whitfield a wide open look. And in worst case scenario for Princeton, you get a shot in the corner and then a long rebound and a run out there for Justin Ray.
Foul number 23, Cornelius Robinson, his second personal.
Just good job here, Jack Collins. How about that outlet pass? The rebound, and then two-hand over-the-head pass. Collins, Justin Ray leaking out there after the miss. But it was good offense from Princeton. Sometimes it's just a matter of making or missing shots, and you had a wide-open look left corner. Big possession here. Can Princeton get a bucket, stay in striking range?
Here comes Rivera Torres back up the court. Hawks by 7. That's their biggest lead of the evening. Not anymore. It will go up to 9.
Well, you see the physicality there of Spartalis. I mean, CJ Happy just bounced right off of Spartalis, which gave him some space there to knock in that layup.
3 from CJ Happy, who single-handedly is keeping Princeton in this game. Playing with 4 fouls. He's got 18.
No doubt about it. And that's a tough assignment for Happy, to try to guard Spartalis and then work all these ball screen defense coverages here too with those 4 fouls.
Rivera Torres, the drive. Ball, the fadeaway. Happy the rebound.
If I'm Princeton, I sign for that shot. I need to get stops. Andrew Ball, we know he's capable of making that shot, but if I'm the Tigers, I would sign for that.
Happy with 20.
Tested by CJ Happy.
Well, we've been singing his praises all night, and that's another fantastic move by C.J. Happy. Like you said, Matt, he's keeping his team in this game. It's going to come down to some stops here late.
Robinson, 3. Not usually his game, a little bit short.
I'm just not sure of the shot selection right now for Monmouth, who they were in complete control just a couple possessions ago. A tough contested mid-range from Andrew Ball, and then Luke Robinson, not his strength, shooting a three-pointer.
Happy doesn't get that one to go. That would have been a huge bucket for Princeton.
If I'm King Rice, I might burn one here. Sorry, Matt.
Has not missed in the second half before that shot. This possession, Steve, probably goes a long way to whether Monmouth is okay waiting to the under 4. Scrum down on the floor. Robinson had it, and a jump ball is called. And that will get us to our last media timeout of the night. 3:16 remaining, second half. Hawks clinging to a 4-point lead.
Timeout.
.57-53, big reason Princeton has been able to stick in this game. Partner C.J. Happy's having a heck of a night.
Yeah, he's got a fantastic skill set. You see him in the post, nice drop step and finish. And then he's also versatile to step out and shoot the 3. He also facilitates a lot of their actions too. So he's a guy who catches and will dribble at guys and send them backdoor and then go into dribble handoff and roll and post. He's really a nice player for this Princeton lineup, and he's carrying them tonight. And they've needed all of those 20 points to stay in this one. I think Monmouth's opened the door a little bit here for Princeton on a little run. Big possession coming up.
Tigers basketball. Some token full court pressure causes a turnover. Jack Stanton saying it shouldn't be Monmouth ball.
Oh, Stanton telling his coach to challenge it.
I think he's got something to his argument. Justin Ray looks like definitely flicked it. And if that's the best camera angle, I would say Stanton pulled his hands away in time before he touched it.
He was pretty emphatic too that he didn't touch it. That was a good job by Justin Ray in the passing lane. And now coaches have to challenge, and you have to have a timeout in order to challenge.
That was the explanation we just got from the referee crew. Princeton has used a 30-second timeout. If the challenge is successful, they get the timeout back. If the challenge is not successful, they lose, obviously, the challenge and lose the timeout.
Oh, Stanton was pretty emphatic, right? And, oh, Mitch Henderson's a Princeton guy. He's a Princeton grad. You know, how do you not trust a Princeton guy on this here? His players telling him, I didn't touch it. Go to the monitor and challenge it. So let's see what we got here. Mitch Henderson has had that look, though, on his face all night. He has not been happy. I don't think he's been happy with the whistle. I know he thinks his team has played a little bit of a choppy game here. But you know what? They're down 4, 3 minutes left. I think Monmouth has left the door open a little bit late in this one, and they got a shot here.
And let's be pretty clear about Princeton. When they get Dalen Davis back, who is listed as day-to-day, and Malik Abdullahi, who is listed as day-to-day, this is a very different basketball team.
No doubt about it. Anytime you lose 16 a game for one of your leading scorers, that's going to make for tough sledding. And this Princeton team has lost some close games, you know, in the process of being down a couple guys here. I think this is Princeton basketball, Matt. It looks to me that Justin Ray tipped it, and then Stanton pulled his hands back. But if the call was Monmouth basketball, is there enough evidence to overturn it? You know, is that angle good enough to say Stanton definitely did not touch it? I mean, Stanton sold me, Matt, I'll tell you that much. He was pretty emphatic that he didn't touch it.
Still being looked at. And the conversation might be, is there enough to overturn it?
Previous play has been confirmed. Game clock will be set to 3:13.
Confirmation that there was not enough to overturn it. So Princeton does lose their timeout and the challenge. Hawks see if they can take advantage of this possession. Spartalis, a great move to the rim. Robinson's tip-in, no good.
That was good action there by Monmouth. Nice execution. You get 2 point-blank attempts. Just can't come up with it.
Kick out, Whitfield. 3, no good. Rivera Torres grabbed. That gets the Princeton bench off the bench again.
His second personal 18 foul.
Yeah, Mitch Henderson not happy with that one either. Maybe a quick whistle. He wanted a jump pass, a jump ball. Monmouth would have kept the basketball. They have the possession arrow, but now Rivera Torres goes for a 1-and-1.
4 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. 5 of 5. Now 18 points for the junior out of the Bronx. Misses that one. Keeps it at a 2-possession game, 58-53. 2.5 to go. Good drive, reverse layup attempt. Stanton can't get it. Ray on the drive. Rivera Torres says, let's reset.
Yeah, if I'm Monmouth, I'm looking to put C.J. Happy in some action here, try to make him guard with those 4 fouls.
Shot clock at 5. Rivera Torres, tough drive. Great defense from Princeton.
Now King Rice not happy with the officiating. He wanted a foul on that JRT drive.
Stanton against Rivera. Torres clears him out a little bit and gets the bucket.
Well, at this point, it's now or never, so Stanton maybe gets away with a little offhand, but you appreciate him being aggressive. He knows he's got to get a bucket for his team.
14 for Stanton. He had 18 in the loss to Temple. He's helped one of 2 guys in double figures for Princeton. Rivera Torres with the shot clock again winding down. Robinson sees it, just gets to the rim in time.
That's such a backbreaker as Princeton again did a pretty good job defensively. Look, Robinson catches that ball with about 3 seconds on the shot clock, and to his credit, he doesn't settle for a jump shot. He takes it to the rim.
Happy the ball fake, kicks back out. Hickey's 3 is good. Big time shot for Jackson Hickey.
That's how you know Hickey's a big time player. He's been pretty silent all night long, but he comes up with a huge shot here late.
60-58, 1 possession game. Collins, Spartalis the high screen. Collins the drive, fading away, is fouled, and will go to the free throw line.
Now, I can understand the gripe from Mitch Henderson on some of the whistles tonight, but that one, to me, was pretty obvious. Jack Collins did a good job of getting downhill, and as he was elevating, it looked to me that Clark just basically put his body into him and leaned right into his back and threw him off. I thought that was a good call. It looked like a foul to me.
Free throw is missed from Collins, who's at 61% on the season. 60-58. This is a big one to make it a 3-point game. He hits. Timeout looks like for Monmouth as Jake Sussberg is coming back in. 30-second timeout for the Hawks.
So you got some options here if you're Mitch Henderson. You obviously want to take the quickest shot that's available. It doesn't have to be a 3. Monmouth has missed some free throws late. Rivera Torres missed one. Jack Collins missed one. So like we've been saying, you know, Monmouth's been keeping the door open here for Princeton. Can they take advantage? You don't have to take a 3 right away, but if you get an open look, then yeah, you had Hickey just hit one. CJ Happy's hit a couple in this game. And then Stanton's also had the hot hand in the second half for them. If I'm Mitch Henderson, I want to try to get a quick 2. Stanton's been very good at getting downhill in these last few possessions. Maybe try to get downhill, get a layup, maybe draw a foul. And if the defense does collapse, maybe try to kick it out to a guy like Hickey who just drained a big one.
We saw the foul situation. Monmouth still a couple away. They've got 1 to give. Princeton on their next foul would send Monmouth to the line for 2. On the game, thinking of a 3-point potential. Tigers 8 of 23, 4 of 11 in this half. Full court pressure for Monmouth now. Justin Ray will back it off a little bit. Brought up by Jack Stanton. Shot clock off. Stanton against Ray. Ray bumps him. That's the foul to give. What Monmouth did do a little bit is work the clock down. I thought Princeton maybe, hey, get the quick 2, extend the game out a little bit. Now you've almost gotten to the point where you might need to take that 3.
And you're getting to the point for Monmouth, but do you want to foul?
Happy picks up a loose ball, takes a 3, rims out, no good. Kept alive and grabbed by Rivera Torres, who is fouled.
That was awfully close for CJ Happy, tying this basketball game. Just goes in and out. That's why you think about maybe fouling in this situation. I always think you should foul when you're up 3. Maybe there was too much time on the clock, so you have to play it out. But Happy got a pretty good look at it. Now Rivera Torres, big free throws.
He'll try and close it out. Makes the first. That's the big one because it makes it a 2-possession game. Rivera-Torres a point away from his 4th 20 or more game on the season. And he hits that free throw to get to 20. Inside, Happy, who will miss at the buzzer. And Monmouth gets themselves a big win against an in-state rival. 63-58 over the Princeton Tigers. That's the way for the Hawks to kick off the month of December, in which they won't be back home for 2 weeks when they'll have Quinnipiac in. Back-to-back road games at Georgia Tech and Fairfield. They will finish up with 3 straight at the end of December: Quinnipiac, Lehigh, and Campbell. Good overall performance tonight, in which each team only had 2 players in double figures. Rivera-Torres, 20 for Monmouth. Happy, 20 for Princeton. Stanton had 14 for the Tigers. Cornelius Robinson, the third, the only other guy to get more than 10. He had 13. Look at the numbers overall. 44% for Princeton, 8 3-pointers. Monmouth just 3 of 14 tonight from the outside. They were much better from the free throw line. Tigers attacked the glass in the second half, but those 19 turnovers really did hurt Princeton. Monmouth with 9 as a team and only 2 turnovers in the second half. That was key for King Rice, who picks up his 225th win overall for Monmouth in his 15th season. For the Tigers, they lose their 5th straight. And they'll have to figure it out a little bit. They'll be in Chicago this weekend against Loyola, home for Merrimack. Another non-league game against Temple, and then Vermont again before the Ivy League schedule will kick off the beginning of January against UPenn. It was a win for Monmouth tonight, 63-58, a big win overall. Let's go courtside and check in with Steve Bazas.
Good night.
Coach, a great win here for your team, protecting home court. How'd you assess your team tonight?
Well, you got to give Princeton a lot of credit. We know that they've had some injuries. Their point guard's out. The kid Malik that's on their team, we recruited him out of Miami. So they're down a few guys. Mitch is one of the best guys in this business. So they're struggling a little bit, but we'll take it. They're going to battle. You know that. They're Princeton. And it feels great because they've beaten us probably 4 or 5, maybe even 6 in a row. So we finally got one.
Coach, something we talked about before is how good we think the team can be defensively. Tonight, Princeton 19 turnovers. Monmouth only had 9 turnovers. What does that say for your team's defense?
Well, and Princeton doesn't do that. You know, Princeton don't turn the ball over like that. That means our defense impacted this game tremendously. Credit to our guys. And I'm telling you, Steve, we're going to keep getting better. And when we get Kavion playing, we're going to skyrocket. So everybody has guys out right now, and we're shorthanded also. But we're looking forward to when we're all together and the things that can happen for this team.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, brother.
All right, we're going to bring in Boog Robinson here. 13 points, 5 rebounds for Boog Robinson. Boog, it seems to me that you're really starting to get comfortable. A little banged up earlier in the year, but it looks like you're starting to get comfortable. What you feel like you had going tonight?
I feel like I was just coming out here playing hard, doing what Coach asks every day, and that's just playing hard. So I feel as though just coming out with energy, and that'll help me get back on track.
It seems like in the second half especially, you guys identified that you had an advantage in the post. Is that something that you guys talked about, that we have to get you touches down in the post?
No, not really, but that's always an emphasis. You know, Stefanos, Doc, we got great bigs, and with myself, so it's always an emphasis to get it down there.
I asked Coach about you guys forcing 19 turnovers tonight on this Princeton team, a team that doesn't really turn the basketball over. What does that say about your team defensively and what you guys can be as the season continues to go?
Coach always says it, defensive mindset coming out here, so I feel as though that was everybody's mindset tonight. If we could do that every night, it's going to carry us to a lot of wins.
But congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Matt, back to you.
All right, Steve, appreciate it. Thanks, Coach Rice. Thanks, Cornelius Robinson, swinging by. For my partner, Steve Bazaz, our producer-director, Andrew Kurtz, I'm Matt Harmon, saying so long from West Long Branch. Monmouth wins this one tonight, 63-58. Flow Sports, your home for live and on-demand CAA sports coverage all season long. Visit flowsports.tv/CAA for more information. Hawks win the Garden State matchup. They go to 5-4 in the year. Princeton falling to 3-8. Monmouth by 5. This has been a presentation of the Monmouth Digital Network. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening.